Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Adams. This is Dana Norwood, Katie Buchner, and Meredith Roman. We're the Garden of Code team. As you're aware, one of the issues in tech today is getting the next generation of women and girls involved in coding, excited about programming. We looked at some of the resources out there that gamify coding practice. There's code fights, code wars, samurai battles. It was a little aggressive. It didn't appeal to us, and we didn't think it appealed to young women generally. So we looked at the motivations behind some of the popular games like Pokemon Go, Neko Atsume, the cat collecting game, the old Tamagotchi games, where the motivation is more collecting, nurturing, growing. So we decided to incorporate that, and we created Garden of Code as a way to gamify coding practice that's a bit more friendly and accessible. And Dana will walk us through the application.
Thanks, Stephanie. So when a user logs into Garden of Code, the dashboard gives easy access to the last attempted challenge or to a suggested new challenge. Users can also navigate to the paths page where they can explore all of the topics available. A user's progress is also visible here, and as coding challenges are completed across different paths, a garden starts to form. Each of these paths also open up a new page that shows all of the exercises available for that topic. The challenge page introduces a new concept and also provides guidance on how to complete the challenge. A user can also get additional help by clicking on the hint button. We've integrated a code editor into the layout so that users can type in their solution. And when this code is submitted, it's passed to a Docker container where the code that the user has entered is evaluated against our test suites. Docker then passes information back to the front end about whether those tests have passed or failed, and also passes the code and the test result to the database. In case a user leaves the application, she can pick up where she left off. Finally, we pulled the user's history and parsed this information through the D3.js library, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. But next, Meredith will talk more about our Docker implementation.
We chose to run the user's code server side, as doing so gave us the opportunity to add support for other programming languages in the future. Running the user's code on the server presented us with a problem, as doing so is a security risk. In order to prevent users from executing potentially malicious code on our server, we ran their code in sandboxes created using Docker. Docker allowed us to create file systems and run code and its dependencies on those file systems. These file systems are very similar to virtual machines. However, virtual machines come with an entire operating system, while several Docker instances can share the server's operating system kernel. We chose to use Docker instead of virtual machines as it is very easy to create and destroy Docker instances, and each Docker instance takes up relatively few of the server's resources. After the user's code is evaluated against our tests inside of Docker, the results are passed back to the database where they inform how our plant grows. Katie can tell you a lot more about that.
Thank you, Meredith. In order to implement the gamification aspect of our app, we use the D3 visualization library. We use the user's stored data and user challenge history in order to inform how the plant, as you can see, grows. As the user completes challenges, new branches are formed, and as the challenges are completed, the leaf image appears. When the entire path of a user's challenge has been completed, the flower blooms. Converting the data stored in our database into a form that D3 could parse into this particular tree proved very difficult. We could have taken a static image and hidden or revealed aspects of it using CSS, but D3 allows us to implement new paths and add more challenges without having to create a new static image each time. We're all very passionate about this project, and we really look forward to implementing further functionality, such as support for new languages, deeper exploration into existing paths, and more JavaScript challenges. We hope you'll visit us at gardenofcode.com, and thank you very much. This has been Garden of Code.